Okay, so I am talking about silent films for the next month. Hopefully I get it done in this month. But our first one is The Birth of a Nation, made in 1915. So this movie's over 100 years old now. Um, and I chose this one because um, it's really old, and it's kind of considered to be a huge milestone in movies, and was a very important movie. But this movie also is full of a lot of controversy, even when it was released in 1915. Um, and I would have to agree with some people on that. I guess it is racist, but it didn't feel like a racist, like it's like hating black people. It didn't really feel like that. It just felt more um, kind of the way they portrayed black people was kind of like, really, it's not, they're not really, you know what I'm saying. And the fact that they show the KKK as heroes, yeah, that is kind of bad. But the movie's more of a point of view of the South, and to them they thought they were good, doing good things in their minds. So I do have to say the movie it can be a little racist, but it was made 100 years ago, um, and it is sad though that people think of this movie more about its racism than more of its importance to the film. Because this movie was very important because no movie had done anything this big before. Um, it was one of the first feature-length movies, and not only if you look at a lot of old movies, especially silent movies, most of them are under an hour and a half. Most of them are like about an hour long. Hour and 20 minutes is usually a longer one, and even older movies in 30s, 40s. There's not a lot of movies that are 3 hours long, and so for a movie in 1915 to do something like that and have the scope of this, and because the sets are huge, the whole scope of the film is huge, and I believe it's one of the first movies that told multiple storylines at once. So, and this movie inspired a lot of movies after this. So this movie was a very important movie, um, and I give it a lot of credit for all that. But is it a good movie to watch? For the first half, actually, yes. If you like silent movies, I'd say why not watch this movie. If you can't stand silent movies, then definitely don't watch it. You shouldn't watch any of the movies I'm about to talk about for the next month. But if you really like film history, I would recommend the first half. The characters were actually good. Um, it had a very interesting story. Um, the battle scenes were really done well for the time. The sets were really good. I thought they did in the end of the first half, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, I thought was done really well. Um, and even the acting for the time, it was actually like really good. Now it's kind of a little cheesy, but yeah. So the first half, I actually kind of enjoyed. I thought it was pretty interesting. That's the first hour and a half. Now the next hour and a half completely lost me. It was really didn't have much focus. It was kind of all over the place, and that's when more of the racist parts people complain about are, um, and it just I had no idea what was going on for half of it. Well, no, I kind of did, but it was just like it would never end. It just kept going and going. I didn't really feel like there was a point to any of it. So the second half, I couldn't even finish watching the second half. I was like, what is happening? But I think if you really love silent movies, you should definitely check it out. If you just like film history, you should watch it, um, just as like an educational thing. Um, Other than that, though, I wouldn't recommend this to anyone that I know. Um, I think most people would be very bored even through the first half. I enjoyed the first half. The second half completely lost me. Um, but so I'm gonna give it a 6, 6.4, because I thought it did some things really well, but it just couldn't keep the good things going. Um, so that's all I have to say about the birth of a nation, and so yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.